What's up, VC? Laz back again, and I'm going to do an Iron Maiden video or vinyl update. And this is October 25th, so we are basically less than a week away from Halloween. And I wanted to get this one done so I can get these pieces filed. And I figured what a better time. I mean, obviously, we just lost Paul Di'Anno, and so obviously Maiden's in the blood for sure right now. It's been all I've been listening to for the past few days. And so I thought, you know what, let me go ahead and bang this one out too. And I want to say thank you to everybody that bopped over and watched my Rest in Peace Paul video. It was not like a tribute video or anything like that. It was literally, my thought. I just wanted to give a couple minutes of silence to Paul while I spun Remember Tomorrow and just kept him in my thoughts, and that was my send-off. There's a lot of channels out there. I don't want to throw names out there, dog things and whatnot, but it does bother me that there's some channels that I know of that every time an artist dies, the same day they throw up a video and create this whole tribute video, and it's like they're waiting for the content, and I kind of have issues with that. As fans, we don't need to know, all the basic detail crap that they put in these videos. It's like, that's not what it's about. So I kind of have issue with that. So, what I wanted to do was just kind of give my old little send off goodbye there and just give him some silence. I said nothing in that video except at the end, which is rest in peace, Paul. So that's just my way of doing things. But anyway, enough of that rant over. So let's see here. This is just, I'm just going to do 12-inch vinyl, and actually, since it's real handy right here, a CD. So I'll go ahead and start with the CD. This is a 2 CD set that I got from Heavy Metal Museum. This is Iron Maiden Live and Loud. It comes in this tall DVD sized digipack. It's 2 discs in there. And it's got, let's see here. Yeah, it's from the early years on. So another one of the random Maiden, there's a ton of these out there now, of these mishmashed bootleggy CD shows. But I thought this one was kind of cool, and the price was right, so I grabbed one of those for the collection. Have actually not listened to this one yet, but I'm sure I've heard everything on it. And so now, okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show, I have 5 OG pieces and then 3 bootlegs. And the funny thing is, I know stuff's come into the collection, into the Maiden collection, and it ends up getting filed before I put it on video. And so I know there's stuff that slipped through, and that's just how it is, man. Especially over the past few years, 2-3 years now, so much Maiden has come into my Maiden collection. Which was already of good size, and now it's just huge. And it's hard for me to go back and go, okay, which ones did I not video yet? I don't remember. So I tried this time to keep some of these together so I could actually do a video. And on the OG stuff here, these are some diamonds. I mean, absolutely. 3 of them are like mint near mint. I mean, just gorgeous. Obviously, if they were mint, they'd be in shrink, but I mean, they look virtually unplayed. I got all 3 of them from the same seller who told me they were unplayed, and I believe them. They look unplayed, and they're all 5 of these are imports. So the first 3 are OG UK imports. And so the first one is the first album. This is a UK reissue. You can tell because it's got the Fame across the corner here. Let's see if that shows up. See that blue Fame? I've got Scorpion issues like this. Yeah, so, and I'm going to point this out later also, but, just absolutely mint copy. So again, Paul, and, Maiden's one of those bands. I collect anything and everything, multiple copies of various pressings, etc., etc. So glad to have that one. Next up, UK Killers. Again, see the Fame in the corner there. All right, whoop, right there. So, and again, I want to point this out here in just a second. So this is UK. You see it's got the slight black border also. So there we go. Gorgeous, absolute gorgeous copy of that. And then a beautiful, oh my God, this was the cream of the crop because I don't have a ton of import presses of this, but this is Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. And again, this is UK OG. Absolutely minty. So very happy to get those three. And those are the three that are like unplayed. I mean, virtually unplayed. Drop the needle on all three of them. Dead quiet vinyl. Amazing. Okay, so the next one here, this is a German press, OG press of, well, OG press, but a reissue from Germany of Killers. And what I want to point out on this one is you see it's got the white border around the jacket. And it's got the, you know, the text on the top edge. Okay. German press. But this one, look how it's got the Fame here in red, the same red as the Killers, right under the Killers logo. It's got Fame there instead of up in the corner of the N over here in blue, like on the UK pressing. So this is the kind of stuff I really dig. Also on top of that, there's something about this German pressing that is the cover, Killers, which is my favorite Maiden cover. Obviously, it's tattooed on my fucking arm, right? But this image on this particular pressing is so extremely clear and vibrant. And for example, here's the UK that I just showed. Okay. And you can see, let's see, how can I do this here? There we go. I don't know if you can really see how the UK one is darker. Okay. And the US one is even darker than the UK. But see how the German one is kind of brighter, but it's also just more vibrant. I don't know, there's something about it. It looks almost at points almost kind of real, like you could reach into it. But and there you can see the two different Fame logos also. But so yeah, a OG German Fame repress. And then the last OG I'm going to show, this is now I do have, I believe, a UK. Actually, I think I have two UK pressings, OG pressings, and maybe a German. I can't remember now. I'd have to look. But this is a Holland pressing of Peace of Mind. Gatefold OG. Another beautiful copy here. So yeah, this is yeah, Holland has the merch form also in there. So those are the 5 OG pieces added to the collection. So very, very happy to get them. Especially Maiden OG material. Anytime I get my hands on that stuff, especially in that kind of condition, I just get all, you know, giddy. I still nerd out. Probably will till the day I die. Okay, next I want to show 3 bootlegs again. With Maiden, I know there's been probably many bootlegs that slipped into the collection that I did not get on video, but so these 3 I happen to have handy, and these are all from the Evil Dead label, and I have every single bootleg that this company has done for Maiden and variations of, but one of my goals was I wanted every single picture disc version also. And so I've got every single picture disc version, but then I also have colored variants as well. But this was the last one that they did in picture disc, and this is the Killer USA tour. Gatefold also. And I got to say, you know, for those that have picked these up, I'm sure you know, but if you haven't picked anything up by, again, the Evil Dead label here, there is something, I don't know what they make their jackets out of, but these things fucking stink. Like some kind of chemical. Whew, man, and they're strong too. It's a gnarly fucking smell, and it hangs forever. I mean, even the first ones I bought still smell like this, you know, and it's weird. It's kind of like gasoline. Are you one of them freaks like me where like gasoline fucking stinks, but you love the smell of it, right? That's kind of how this is. Anyway, gatefold with lyrics in there. Nothing major on the gatefold. The picture. It's hard to do this with a mic now. Here we go. There you go. 2 disc. That's the first disc. Second disc. But what I will say about these Evil Dead pressings is that, let me fix my mic here. There we go. Is that the quality of the jackets, though, even though they smell, they're so stout. I mean, just the packaging is beautiful. So that is the Killers USA tour. And I want to say this is like picture disc set 10 or 11 at this point. I didn't count, but that's, if I had to guesstimate, that's where we are. But I know I've got them all on picture disc, and then I have, you know, like I might have a yellow one and an orange one, or, you know, that kind of stuff. Okay, so these next two are also by Evil Dead. However, these two, they have not put out on picture disc. And I was kind of waiting to see, because they've done that before, where like they'll first release the colored editions and then they'll follow it up with a picture disc edition. Sometimes they've done the picture disc edition first and then follow it up with colored editions. But these are just colored editions. They have not done picture discs of these yet. And it's been a few weeks now. And normally if they were going to do it, they would have come onto the market by now. And I still can't find them. There's no listing in Discogs yet for them. So I'm guessing they're not going to do picture discs of these, which is too bad, but it's still cool. I obviously got the colored editions. This first one here is Eddie Rips Up Toronto. And again, Evil Dead. Gatefold on this one, again, kind of boring. It's just lyrics. But it is on a beautiful, I don't know how else, there you go, like an orange marble vinyl 2LP set. And this is, let's see, what show is this? This is live at Molson Amphitheater, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, August 2005. So that is that one. I'll say literally, these things will, you know, once you take them out of the sleeves, they'll start to stink up the room, man. That's how they smell. Anyway, Eddie Rips Up Toronto, which is, I believe, the newest release from Evil Dead. Okay, and then this last one, so there's 2 variations of this one, both colored editions, but not a picture disc edition. And this is Donington or Bust. And what's funny, this one actually has a really nice gatefold. The funny thing about this one is when I was deciding which one I wanted to get first, I actually had decided on the other one, which is like a white and blue and yellow splatter, but primarily like a white color with a little bit of blue and yellow kind of split through the middle in a semi-splatter. And then I really thought about it, and I looked at this one, which is a different yellow and blue and white splatter. There's 2 variations here. And this one, when I finally saw it, it clicked, and I'm like, no, I want this one, and I'll explain why here when I show it. So this is obviously the Seventh Son of a Seventh Son tour. At the Monsters of Rock Festival, Castle Donington in England, 1988. All right. So I'll show the gatefold here on this one. Yay, finally some cool gatefold material instead of just lyrics. At this point, who needs Maiden lyrics? I think we can write them down ourselves, you know. But so some really cool photos in there in the gatefold, which is nice. So this is why I picked this edition. So here, this is primarily blue instead of primarily white, with some blue and white splatter. However, like I said, I'll explain when I saw it, I'm like, that makes me think of Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. So if you look at this, what I see is the ocean and like a helicopter view of an iceberg, like you're flying over the top of an iceberg floating in the ocean, right? So that's what makes me think of Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, now that I see that it looks like an iceberg or ice. So that's why I ended up going with this one over the other one, which doesn't look like, it just looks like splatter vinyl. It does. I don't see a image kind of like that, you know. So that's it, guys. That's going to be what I show for Maiden in this update. I'll try and be more on top of it. Like I said, stuff slips in and I forget to video it, etc. So anyway, 16 minutes, not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and call it on this one and move on to a straight vinyl update. So this might be a twofer for videos for me today. So stay tuned and we'll see. Peace. Cheers. Stay in the groove.